Welcome to I'm Too Busy, an interview-based show hosted by a talented makeup artist, Christina Flach. Christina offers viewers a unique blend of personal stories, inspiring journeys, and practical beauty tips. Join the conversation as Christina features successful individuals from various industries who share their insights on health, wellness, makeup, and the keys to their success. So now, please welcome the host of I'm Too Busy, Christina Flach.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of I'm Too Busy, where we dive into the lives of inspiring entrepreneurs and industry professionals who are making waves despite their packed schedules. I'm your host, Christina Flach, and today I am so excited to have a very special guest who's revolutionizing the feminine hygiene industry with an innovative approach to women's comfort and liberation. Please join me in welcoming Tara Harris. Hello, welcome. How are
Hi.
you? How you doing?
Hi, Christina. I am good. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Well, I'm thrilled you're here. So, you are the CEO and founder of FemiFlex. It's a groundbreaking brand behind the world's first pantyless panty liner. So, tell me, how did you get into this business?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I'm a career woman. So, my background is, human resources. I was a director of human resources. So I had a medical procedure done and it, I mean, honestly, I couldn't wear thongs comfortably anymore. So I'm like, while I was doing the healing process, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to wear my Lululemon, my aloe leggings, my leather leggings without showing that unflattering panty line because I could no longer wear thongs comfortably. So I'm figuring out, oh my God, if we have this for a woman's nipples, coverage for the nipples, why don't we have anything for the woman's most valuable lady part, which I call MVOP, which stands for most valuable lady part. And so I just started, my, yes, so my mind just started going, and I went to my bathroom cabinet and I just pulled out a traditional carefree, stay free panty liner. And I said to myself, why don't we have something like this for women that like to go commando? Right.
It's
And
true. I
I
mean, it's
think the
so
fall,
obvious. It's unbelievable.
yeah. So the following day, I just went to Target. I got me a scalpel, a glue gun, and I started testing adhesive. And I just started designing the world's first pantyless panty liner, and that's really how it was born. And I wanted it to stick to the woman's body to replace traditional panties or underwear, and that's how it started.
So, you were in that's what so tell me a little bit about your what you did before. You were in HR. Tell me a little bit about your career before, and were you ready to go and just be this entrepreneur? Was that a goal of yours?
No, it was not a goal of mine. Honestly, I was getting ready to go back to law school to get a law degree in labor and employment law. Like my background has been human resources. I worked my way up the ladder. I got an MBA in human resources business management back in 2018. And I really enjoy working in corporate America and human resources. So this whole entrepreneurship was nothing I ever dreamed of. It kind of just fell in my lap. I had this idea. I wanted it for myself, and then I wanted to share it with women globally. So that's that's how it happened.
So you're self-funded and you did a very creative fundraising. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. So I am self-funded. I am still, seeking investors, potential investors that, sees the potential that aligns with the vision of FemiFlex and where this product could go. I did have a crowdfunding campaign with my very first PR agency back in 2021. The crowdfunding was with Indiegogo. And it was, I didn't raise the money that I needed, and then I kind of just pivoted and started, trying to grow the business organically by, you know, reaching out to manufacturers, because no one wanted to take on this innovative product. All of the feminine hygiene manufacturers out there, nobody wanted. It took me 4 years to find a manufacturing company to take on this innovative product, to put adhesive on the upside of the product.
That's unbelievable. Do you have mentors? Like, who guides you? Who inspires you?
So, considering that I've been self-funded and bootstrapping and doing it all on my own, I got with the SBA, which is the Small Business Association
Hmm.
in Los Angeles County, and have met some amazing people. I have done accelerated cohort programs with a program called Unlock Capital. I think I just finished that back in November. So along this journey, I mean, I have met so many people by networking, connecting, communicating, and just people that help guide me. And I, connected with people who are, angel investors, who are business consultants, who are consultants that help with entrepreneurship and, affiliation with accelerators and venture capitalists. So that's kind of how I got my footing.
And your manufacturer, they're here in the United States?
Yes, my manufacturer is located in Ontario, California, and thank God it's made in the USA. Most of my products, the raw materials are domestic here, so the new tariffs that are coming on with all of the imports coming in, China, Mexico, and Canada, is not going to affect me currently.
No, that's great. Can you explain the philosophy behind the name FemiFlex and what your brand stands for?
Yeah. So when I started FemiFlex, I wanted to come up with a name that speaks feminine, free. And when I said Femi, I wanted it to be, to speak freedom and liberation for women. So FemiFlex just isn't a brand; it's a lifestyle that I am trying to get that message out there. And let me just say this: before I FemiFlex, I was Femi Free. And I want to say, because I registered for Femi Free, and then the big boys that own Stay Free and Carefree sent me a cease and desist letter and told me that I would confuse consumers.
Oh,
So
wow.
they made me switch. Yeah, Edgewell
So they
Personal
know who
Care
you
sent me
are.
a cease. Well, they've been watching, so I know that they're watching, and so I had to pivot and grab the name FemiFlex. We made sure that was available, the domain was available, the name was available, because I was also afraid that the Procter and Gamble would come after me for the little pink F in my Flex, because I think they have something called Flex Foam, which deals with, sanitary napkins and menstruation. FemiFlex doesn't focus on menstruations and periods. FemiFlex focus on freedom and liberation. We are an alternative to traditional panties or underwear. So that is what sets FemiFlex apart from all of the other feminine hygiene products on the market.
How has your experience as a HBCU graduate influenced your entrepreneurial journey, do you think, if at all?
I'm going to be honest with you. Going to an HBCU gave me the experience, but I don't think it had anything to do to set me up with being an entrepreneur. So when I went to school, all this entrepreneurship and people starting their own business was like not even heard of. It's interesting to me now that I've seen programs now, and you can actually go to school and get a 4-year degree in entrepreneurship. That wasn't available or an option to me when I was an undergrad going to school.
So is your dream of going to law school, is it on hold for a little bit?
it's probably on hold forever because this has totally just drained. It has totally drained me. So once I get FemiFlex to a place where I could kind of sell, um, I don't think I'm going to take that challenge. I don't think I'm going to surround myself with people that are smarter than me, because that's what Steve Jobs said you should do. You should surround yourself with people smarter than you, and you don't tell them what to do. They tell you what to do. So I'm growing my business. I am soon as I get some investment money in, I will be able to bring on board, team members that will help align and scale the company.
How many are you in? Where can people find your product right now? Is it online or is it in different stores?
Right now, FemiFlex is all e-commerce. It's available on Amazon.com, Walmart.com, and then you can always purchase from my official website, which is FemiFlex.com. That's FEMEFLEX.com. FemiFlex.com.
What were some of the biggest challenges of launching an innovative product in the feminine hygiene market? Besides the competes with these companies, what
I
else did you find to be challenging?
I think what was most challenging.
Oh, I think we lost her. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm Christina Flach, and I'm too busy.
Mike Zorek, a three-time California state champion in Greco-Roman wrestling at 114 pounds. Mike, blind since birth, was born in Hartford, Connecticut. He was a six-time national placer, including 2 seconds, 2/3, and 2/4. He also won the Veterans Folk-Style Wrestling twice at 152 pounds. In all these tournaments, he was the only blind competitor. Nancy Zorek, a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions in several states. Her father, a commercial artist who shared his instruments with his daughter and helped her fine-tune her natural abilities, influenced her decision to follow in his footsteps. Ms. Zorek has enjoyed a fruitful career doing what she loves. Listen Saturday mornings at 12 Eastern for the Nancy and Mike Show for heartwarming stories and interesting talk on the BBM Global Network.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Christina Flach, and we are chatting with Ms. Tara. So, what were the biggest challenges of launching an innovative product in the feminine hygiene market?
I would say the biggest challenge for me was to actually find a manufacturer that was willing to take on this project, which is an innovative product, something that they've never heard of, and using silicone, which is unheard of to use on a feminine hygiene product. So the silicone, which is a delicate adhesive, is the material that I use that sticks to the body. So after doing research and focus groups, I just learned that silicone works best because silicone allows a woman to remove the product, use the bathroom, and place it back on her body. So I didn't want to force a woman to take it off to go urinate and then have to have a new one to put back on. It's almost like a band-aid. Sometimes you put a band-aid, when once you
Mhm.
peel it up, it doesn't stick back the same. Right?
Right.
I didn't want that for my, I didn't want to force women to use multiple. I wanted them to reuse it if it was still clean and they were comfortable with it.
Right.
So sourcing silicone skills for feminine hygiene product was probably my biggest challenge. And the biggest challenge was just finding a manufacturing company to take on the product. And I would say it was hard because I would get these emails, oh, you know, we just don't see you getting women to stop wearing underwear. Good luck in your endeavors. So I get all these Dear John emails day after day after day, waking up midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, speaking with manufacturing companies in other countries, in India, China, and for them all to eventually tell me, nope, sorry, can't do it. Good luck.
What was their hesitation? I mean, you're asking
I
them to
honestly think
make
their hesitation.
something. I just like, did they not want to compete with these other companies, or were they just being difficult?
I don't think they saw the No, I don't think they saw the vision. They don't see the vision. It's almost like what Sarah Blakely said, the creator of the world's first shapewear, right? I follow her on Instagram, she follows me. It's almost like when something is innovative, it's hard for some people and most people to see the vision and where you're going with it. Like she said, it's only delusional until it works.
That's true.
So no one saw my vision. No one thought that it could work. No one thought, and I'm like, oh my God, did you look at the Oscars and the after parties and all the award shows lately? Women aren't wearing any underwear. They are scantily clad, dressed on the red carpet. So I wanted to help women and give women an option and give them some type of basic comfort and protection of their valuable lady parts so that they don't have to feel sticky and wet and still look good in their clothing without unflattering panty line or the irritating string between the butt cheeks, right? When we're wearing thongs. So I honestly think that's what it was. They just didn't see the vision. Honestly, that's why you continue to grind and push for your vision, for your product, because it's only delusional until it becomes popular and it works, and then people will have that light bulb moment, and I'll be and this will be history, this conversation you and I are having.
Exactly. Your product was featured in the Emmy Award nominees gift bags. I mean, that must have made a huge impact on your business. What was the reaction? How did people receive it?
Well, I thought people received it. So at that time the actors were having a strike, right? So
Mm,
it
mhm.
was delayed. So the organization put together the Emmy gift bags. um you are in a gift bag with probably 30 other products, right? And it goes
Right.
to the nominees. And I've got some good feedback or whatever, but nothing that took FemiFlex to the next level. It's constant getting the brand out there because the celebrities didn't know what it was. They could probably look at it and be like, okay. And then maybe once, FemiFlex starts to scale and grow, they can think back to say, well, oh, I think we got that a few years ago, like that brand or that logo looks really familiar. But it was a great opportunity. The person, Lisa, who puts together the gift bags for award shows in Los Angeles, did an amazing job by posting and doing a press release also for it. So I was excited to be a part of that.
Well, that's exciting. Can you tell me a little bit about your collaboration with Impressions of Beauty and your work on HBCU campuses?
Yes. So Impression is a company owned by women that went to Florida A&M University. I met them last year. So what they do is put on campaigns and programs throughout the nation for all 23, 25 HBCU schools. So they engage the girls at Black colleges all around the country, and they put on, beauty shows, fashion shows, and then they have sponsors like Disney, Oil of Olay, Cream of Nature, Honey Pot. And I participated in one of their gift bags, and so that the students, it would be in the gift bags that the students would come to for that particular event.
How do you balance being both the creative force and the business leader of your company? Is that a challenge for you?
It's very challenging. I just want to be honest with people. Like, I just want to tell them being an entrepreneur is not for the faint heart. Success doesn't happen overnight. You have more than skin in the game. You have your blood, sweat, and tears in the game. Comes with a lot of tears, a lot of heartache, a lot of anxiety. Things don't go your way because you have so much invested, and then you have people that will make come to you and make you offers that doesn't align with the vision of your company, or they're being aggressive and greedy with what they want in return for funding. And at
Mhm.
some point you have to find strength, the courage, the faith to say this doesn't work for me. I may still be in, starving or struggling, but I will continue to do that until the right offer comes along, because all money is not good money. And I've learned that. And I would just say you have to keep your head up, you keep the faith, and you keep going. You only fail if you stop. So that
It's
would
true.
be my advice to anybody on this journey. I am speaking at the University of Georgia March
Oh, that's
17th
exciting.
as a keynote speaker for the Innovations Women Boot Camp. So I'm going to get to tell the story from the beginning to where I am now, and encourage, motivate, lead, inspire other entrepreneurs who are coming along behind me, and just tell them to just keep going and to align yourself with people that are like-minded, people who aren't entrepreneurs, who don't think outside of the box. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them
No,
and say,
I
well, if you
agree.
had so $100,000 your first year in business, you're not going to make it. Don't listen to them.
No,
Stay
I
away.
agree.
I mean,
You're
it's just the
totally
truth.
right.
I mean,
It is. It
I
really
had,
is.
and that comes with friends, family, co-workers, colleagues, all of the above. If they do not share your vision, you can't talk about your business with them.
It has to be that way. And I also, like, I've told my kids, figure out what you love doing so much that you would do it for free, and then figure out how to get paid, right? But it's also because I'm a CEO as well. And trust me, hearing your story, I'm like looking in the mirror at myself. You know, no one's going to believe in us the way we do. And that's why it's so important having friendships that we have with each other and supporting each other. And it's like, you know what? It takes so much more time, money, effort, everything to do this. But I am so proud of you because it's not easy. It would have been super easy for you to go, look, graduated college, got an MBA, I'm going to go to law school, I'm going to make a lot of money. But you took a real big risk here with your career and doing this. And I know it's going to succeed. It's just going to take time. It's just what you said. This doesn't happen overnight. And you have to believe it. You have to just keep focused like you are on how you want this to turn on, and worrying is a waste of time. I can tell you don't worry. Well, I mean, you do a normal amount, but focusing on worrying what could possibly happen is just a waste of time. So I know it's hard, and some days seem so much harder than other days. Do you have other products that you're thinking of adding to your line, or is it one
No,
size
no,
fits
I have.
all? What else do you have going on?
Okay, so FemiFlex is one size fits all. So when I started designing my product, I went to about five gynecologists, and she basically told me that the makeup of a woman's anatomy, unless she's abnormal, is pretty much the same. The only difference is we have, you will have, a bigger person will have more fat on their thighs, on their legs.
Right.
The makeup, the anatomy, our most valuable lady part. So I didn't have to do a small, medium, or large. It fits. So I've never had anyone to say, "Oh, you need to make it bigger." It's like, no, because you don't want to look like you have a tail in the back, right? So when I was doing the prototype and testing, yeah. So you wanted to just cover that very specific, important
Area.
area
Right.
where, that's right. So you want to absorb the moisture, right? FemiFlex helps you if you want to wear your shapewear more than once without having to get it washed. FemiFlex also help with these, uncomfortable bodysuits. Let's talk about those uncomfortable bodysuits with those snaps and the
Oh
buttons.
my
Okay,
God. I
they
can't.
well, you
It's
know
a
what,
you're,
Christina,
you're a torture chamber.
I'm sorry. The bodysuits are so flattering, but they're very uncomfortable. Honestly, I still wear them because they look so good, but you better believe me, I am miserable. They're going to say, "Where is Tara?" Well, Tara has gone to the bathroom to try to reposition this thing because it's cutting her up.
Oh my God. Yes. I can tell you I have
Yeah. So
done that so many times. It's insane. What do you think what has been your proudest moment so far since you've launched this company?
I would say my proudest moment is exactly where I am today. Actually got an idea, concept, product to market in less than 2 years. Someone told me that's unheard of. Like, I never gave up. All the no's that I got from the manufacturing company, I kept pushing, Googling manufacturing companies, calling people, asking referrals, who can do this? Um, Baby diapers manufacturing companies. I reached out to any paper manufacturing company and asked, could you help me build a prototype? Could you help me manufacture and produce this very innovative product? So I would say that is what I feel I accomplished. I did something that I never thought that I could do. I filed the patent for it. I filed the trademarks for it. Like, this is making history. So I am looking for the big beauty brands, the big feminine hygiene companies, or somebody to partner with me to make FemiFlex a part of their already amazing portfolio. And let's help me scale and grow this company.
What have you learned that surprises you about being a founder and CEO of your company?
There are some really greedy um, people in this world. Um, they want to come in when you've done all the hard work. And even venture capitalists right now, like, they was like, "Oh, Tara, we think you're great. The product's great, but we want to see you make $500,000 in sales." Well, you know what? That's not helping a true startup. That is not helping a true startup. So they want to sit back and continue to watch you grind and see how hard you want it, and then they'll come on board. But those are the VCs that I wouldn't deal with. I would source someone else who didn't say to me, "Let me sit back and watch you grind and struggle some more before we come in."
Right. We're going to take our second commercial break. I'm Christina Flach, and I'm too busy.
Dr. RC will share extraordinary resources and services that promote educational success, as well as making a difference in the lives of all social workers, as well as the lives of children, adolescents, and teens of today. She will have open discussions addressing many of the issues that we face about our youth and how being employed in the uniquely skilled profession of social work for over 18 years has taught invaluable lessons through her personal experiences. She will also provide real-life facts, examples, and personal stories studies that will confirm that why serving as a child advocate is extremely beneficial when addressing the needs of the whole child. Listen live to Dare to Soar, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network, and tune in radio as Dr. RC will provide thought-provoking information that will empower, encourage, and strengthen students, families, and communities across our nation. You can also visit her at soarwithkatie.com. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness: Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Welcome back. We are chatting with Tara. How important is Amazon when you're an entrepreneur and with a startup? Are they really helpful? Is it?
I'm going to be honest with you. Amazon does take a chunk of your profit, but I think they are very important starting out because new consumers with a new brand, a new product, innovative product they've never heard of, they trust Amazon. So I would say Amazon is very important for a startup. Now, going forward, I will probably have to figure something else out with Amazon because once FemiFlex starts to scale and grow on its own, I'll be in a position to negotiate some of those fees because those fees are
Right,
astronomical high.
right.
Mhm.
Have you thought of going on like a home shopping network or QVC? Or is this
I
going to be
have,
something
and
where people have like a hard time like wanting to talk about without getting all uncomfortable and weird?
well, you know what? My personality is even some of the most conservative, prudish women, I'm able to get them to open up to talk about the natural things that happens with our bodies without making them feel embarrassed or shy to talk about. Some, bless you. Some
Thank you,
women
love.
are open about it, but I'm pretty good at getting them to open up and to talk about the uncomfortable natural things that goes along with a woman's body.
Right. Well, you're comfortable in your skin. And, when you're comfortable in your skin, you can talk about anything. And it's the people that are uncomfortable in their skin that have a hard time with.
I
Um,
agree.
what do you think as an entrepreneur that you see yourself, like, where do you look for help? Like, do you speak to other entrepreneurs or other CEOs? It doesn't even really need to be in your, industry, but who do you have a network of people that help you on, because, we start these companies, like I did the same. You don't get a handbook of, oh, now you're a CEO. I don't know about you. I didn't even know what a CEO was when I became one. So you just learn along the way. And I don't think there's any failures. I think they're all lessons. Like, and sometimes these things that don't turn out, they're a blessing. They're not happening to you, they're happening for you. Do you find that to be the case?
I do. I do. So starting this business, fortunately, I have a girlfriend that I went to college with. She started her cosmetic business about a year, 2 years before me. We feed off of each other. I also met another entrepreneur with her own business when I auditioned for Shark Tank a few years ago. And it's so important to speak to other people that are grinding for their business from the bottom. We, exchange notes about what to do next and how you should get your business plan together and the valuation of your company. Um, what are you going to offer anyone who wants to invest? So I get to feed off of things like that, discussions with other people that are actually going through the exact same thing that I'm through, growing and scaling the business
I
at a
find
very
that
at a very early.
I think that's so great because I find it to be the case as well. I think other CEOs and other founders are kind of feel like it's their obligation once they've gotten to a certain level to help people that are starting out like we are with our companies. And I think, you know, our egos have to get out of the way because all we can do is ask someone. And I've found that like 10 times out of 10, everyone is very happy to help if we just get out of our own way and ask for help. And sometimes it's hard to do that. Did you find that hard?
Um, no, I didn't find that hard. I actually can say to you, I have had so much help, even if it was just a referral, even if them helping me find a vendor to source raw materials. I
Mm-hmm.
have come across really helpful people to get me to the next stage and the next level in this journey. Without the networking, referrals, and asking, and people introduce me to this person and that person and that person and that person, I wouldn't be where I am right
No, that's really true. If you're looking back at your entrepreneurial journey, what key lessons have you learned about building a purpose driven business?
now. Stay motivated. I would say stay motivated. Just keep in mind that a no today or tears today, you can file 2 days later, because every time I'm crying or something upset my way, 2 days later something else positive happens. So I would say to just focus on your vision and do whatever it takes to continue on the journey. Because I say to myself, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be in.
That's
Nobody
true.
would want to
If it
work
was
for anybody.
easy,
But
that's right. If it was easy to be exceptional, everyone would be exceptional.
that is correct. And then there would be nobody working for big companies or corporations. So I, I fell into this, and I'm the type of person who is given a task and I complete my task.
Yeah. Well, that's how it has to be, right?
So absolutely, that's how it has to be. So let me tell you about my 5 S's, right? People say, "What are your 5 S's?" Well, this is what I come up with during this journey. There are 5 S's for me. You are going to struggle. You are going to make sacrifices. You will have days where you stress, and then you will have days of starvation. And starvation, I don't mean just food. It's starving yourself of taking vacations and doing the things that your other family members and friends are doing. But it's
Mhm.
that last S, that success, is what makes all the other S's worth it. It's what the success makes the starving stress, all of those other worth at the end. So that's what I'm telling myself.
I love that. What do you do when your day isn't flowing?
I pray. I pray for strength, for guidance, for faith, the courage to keep going.
How about self care? Is that important to you? And what do you do to spoil yourself or take care of yourself?
Oh my God, self care is so important. I always call it a beauty bath. Like my girlfriend was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I'm taking a beauty bath. She said, "What's a beauty bath? A beauty bath where you're your favorite salt scrub. You are exfoliating your skin. You're giving yourself your own wax. You're shaving the bikini area, the underarms, the legs. You are doing everything. And then when you're done, you're putting your nice body butter and oils on. You may even do your own toes at home at that time. So I call it like a beauty bath. It's a beauty spa day at home.
I love that. I do the same
So
thing. I
that
think it's important. What's your workout and your diet like these days? Are you doing anything special that you're really inspired by?
No, Christina, I'm just a lazy couch potato. Like
Oh my
honestly,
God, I
I'm
don't
so
believe you
mentally
at all. I don't believe you.
I'm serious.
Girl,
I am such a lazy couch potato. When I tell you all the Zooms that I have every day and this and that, I'm mentally exhausted. You would think that I work for UPS or FedEx heavy boxes all day because I am exhausted. So I have not really worked out in probably since I started this journey. I haven't worked out in like 3 years.
oh my God. If I didn't work out and
But
like eat well, I don't even know if I could function. I just feel like I don't know. I think self-care, like for me, starts with like in the morning, water, tea, green juice, working out. Like if I don't do that, I am a wreck. And I can't go on TV talking about, you know, being a beauty expert on NBC or any of the other things I do if I look like a disheveled mess. So I kind of have to look somewhat together. I may not, I
oh,
fake it,
you look
I hire myself a lot, but do you get out and go for
no,
walks? Like I
you
do
look
that. You're too nice.
I do. I do walk. And then I also try to do things around the house. Like I do squats and things like that,
Okay, now we're
but
getting
I'm not
somewhere. I
consistent.
knew you're not going to the gym, but you are getting
Yeah.
exercise and moving around. Yeah. I didn't think there's no way you look the way
I-
you look and not do anything.
oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Well, honey, listen, I am promoting a feminine hygiene product where I'm all about body, 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 right? The bold
That's
body
true.
conscious woman. I can be going on stage on a talk show and I am out of shape or no, 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 no. Now, my product is for the bold body conscious woman. That's a woman of any size, any shape, any color. Doesn't matter. It's all how a woman feels internally. So that's kind of um my focus is for women to see that it's how you feel internally and how you feel in your clothing. And
Mhm.
FemiFlex is just here to give that extra that benefit.
Who inspires you?
Innovators. I am inspired by people outside the box. Like since I started the whole entrepreneur journey, I watch the History Channel. I watch how cranberry juice was made from ocean spray and how cranberries were meant to be cranberries and a crop that year got messed up and they had all these mushy squishy cranberries and one of the owners at that time was like, what can we do with this, where they mashed it up and they made juice and that cranberry juice was formed.
That is interesting.
So I love
I love that stuff too. We're
yeah.
going to take our next commercial break and we will be right back chatting about all these amazing things.
Mike Zoric, a three-time California state champion in Greco-Roman wrestling at 114 pounds. Mike blindsits birth was born in Hartford, Connecticut. He was a 6-time national placer, including 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths. He also won the Veterans Folk-Style Wrestling twice at 152 pounds. In all these tournaments, he was the only blind competitor. Nancy Zorick, a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions in several states. Her father, a commercial artist who shared his instruments with his daughter and helped her fine-tune her natural abilities, influenced her decision to follow in his footsteps. Ms. Zorick has enjoyed a fruitful career doing what she loves. Listen Saturday mornings at 12 Eastern for the Nancy and Mike Show for heartwarming stories and interesting talk on the BBM Global Network.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of the Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on the Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Welcome back. I'm Christina Flach, and we are chatting with Tara. What do you think is like your motto or your favorite quote? Do you have one?
That's in regards to FemiFlex?
Life, work, your professional life, your private life, or both.
I would say treat people the way you want to be treated. I always kind of sort of live by that. I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated.
Well, that's a good one. What about, and that goes
Yeah.
for both your professional and your private life?
Absolutely. I want to be like Mark Cuban. I want to be like when Mark Cuban says that I listened to him and how he started and sold his first company. He took care of the people who believed in him, who gave him $1,000, for his company. And that $1,000 has, investment that he got from someone, but they believed in him, was a lot of money then, and now they're millionaires now. That's the kind of stuff that I want to do, because I've got some good people on my team that's been with me from day one that I haven't been able to pay them. I haven't been able to pay a few people that are still on my team, like my business manager who consults me doing business deals, helping me put my business plan together. Those are the people that I want to take care of. So I believe in just giving back.
Yeah, I think the same. It's so hard. I mean, when you're starting, it's like, it's never ending, all the, and people really, they see something in you that they believe in and they know it's going to work. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Like, who it comes to mind? Like Kim Kardashian. This is such a skim. Like, you've got to get a meeting with her.
Yeah, well, she just teamed up with Nike to make, athletic wear, sexy, which is a great partnership for them. So yeah, FemiFlex would definitely pair well with them. FemiFlex would pair well in the beauty personal care space, and
Right.
also feminine, like the big boys, the Procter and the Gambles, the Johnson and Johnson, the Kimberlys and Clark, all of those. And it's just going to be amazing how I'm in this position now. And you just watch, when FemiFlex starts to scale, the phone will start to ring.
Have
And
you
it's
had
like,
any
oh my God,
conversations with
guys,
those
where were you?
companies? Exactly. Have you had any conversations with those big companies yet?
I'm in conversations talking to someone at Procter and Gamble. Procter and Gamble actually bought my product from Amazon back in December. They know that they're looking. But what I do know about big corporations, they want to see that there's a market or a trend before they come in with a collaboration or even an acquisition, right? So right now, I'm just trying to get to a point so all the executives and business development owners and shareholders are going to come out and who is that small company? Who is this? Why didn't we think of this? And I think that's where all of things will start to align, where we can start having a conversation at that time. But first, FemiFlex will need to show that there is a market for this, and we will get.
No, I'm sure it's just a matter of time before that happens. What would you tell your 18-year-old self that you wish you knew?
Work harder sooner.
Right?
Work hard. I wish I had this mind when I was, in my 20s, you know, but I look at life like everything happens for a reason, and I am exactly where I am supposed to be.
I agree. And I also think that all the things that you did in your past careers have led you to this place. Like you wouldn't be in this place if you hadn't gotten the MBA and gone to college and worked it with a big company. I mean, all those experiences you had actually help you to run your company. Don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I am very well equipped, seasoned to hire, terminate, train, recruit, because that's what you do in HR. You
Mhm.
phone screen, you recruit, put agreements together, NDAs, you put offer letters together, you speak with attorneys, labor and employment laws, in each state. So that's one thing I can say. The investors did say that, when it comes to um still honing in on your team, when you start to build your team, I can still do a lot of that because I'm very well seasoned and an experienced senior HR professional, and I could do all of that. I do payroll. I mean, I can start payroll, I can do payroll. I love payroll. So I wouldn't need anyone to do that. I could actually do that until Flex is big enough where I could hire somebody to take on the ad.
Is there anything that you want to share today that I haven't asked?
Um, I just think I would want to share that to people that are listening, your viewers, and to never give up on their dreams and to just going even when you feel down and at your worst. Don't give up. Stay laser focused and will succeed. And that's really all I can say, because anybody who's come from and make history, because I'm making history with creating the world's first pantyless panty liner that sticks to the woman body and replaces traditional panty underwear, and it's disposable. I'm right now pitching for federal government practice to offer this innovative product to military women and to hopefully get some funding to make it biodegradable. So our active military women out in the field bury this, like, we go to the bathroom like. So that's interesting, to get a federal government contract and make it a for women on, commissaries and PDX exchanges.
I love all that. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so inspired by you. I'm so proud of all that you do. It's remarkable. I want to thank Alex, my engineer in New York, Avery, and Maya, and to he who shall be nameless. Thank you for all. And I will see you next week. I'm Christina Flach, and I'm too busy.
This has been I'm Too Busy with host Christina Flach. Tune in each week as Christina approaches the concept of success holistically, recognizing that achievement is not solely measured by financial triumphs, but also by maintaining a healthy work-life balance and focusing on self-care. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave TV network, powered by B2 Studios.